Welcome to another Viral Inbox training video. This is an advanced training and I'm going to try and go through it at a speed that everyone can follow. What we're looking at today is how to add your own domain name into the system. Because if you don't want to use one of our default ones like reply.cm or one of the cool.com ones we have, if you want to look more professional, as an upgraded member obviously, you have to be platinum or diamond to do this, and you want to add your own domain name, let's go ahead and do that. So first you click settings, and this is going to load all your settings here. It'll look a little bit different by the time you see this, and then you click here to add domains. So this is under manage your domains, so that's the section you want to go to at the bottom. And now you can see that I've got ColinClinker.name, but I want to add another domain name. So you start off by clicking here to add new domain name, then you put it in, and in this example I want to send mails from ColinClinker.mobi. Now, this domain usage, if you're a platinum member, you'll only have personal use only option. If you're a diamond member, you'll be able to show this as a top choice on Viral Inbox sign up page with your referral link. So if I was to select this, then when people sign up through my referral link to viralinbox.com, they will have the ability to select ColinClinker.mobi as their email address. Now imagine what that can do for your branding and for your community. So for example, if you run anything that has a sort of a community name or community feel to it, you could tick this box and only people who sign up through you would be able to have this name showing as their email address. There's a lot of power there, so if you want that feature, make sure that you upgrade to Diamond if you haven't already. For this example, we're going to use personal use only, and we're going to click Add Domain. Now it's going to come back to me and it's going to tell me that these need to be changed. So we're going to go through them one by one. It's not very complicated, so bear with me. So the following DNS records need to be changed. The first thing we have to do is an MX record, and the second is what's known as an SPF record. So the second one is to allow you to send mail from Viral Inbox using, in this example, ColinClinker.mobi. So it's like an authentication thing to prove that you own this domain. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do these two things. The first thing you need is your own domain name with hosting, and the second thing that's important is it must have cPanel. Now, what you want to do is you want to go into your account. So I'm looking at GoDaddy. This is if you're just registering from scratch. We need to point the ID. So you can see I've got 356 domains in this account, so I'm a little bit of a domainer. But what we're going to do is we're going to go to ColinClinker.mobi. This is the one we're looking for. And what we're going to do here is under name servers, we're going to make sure that it's pointing at our host. Now if you already have a site with hosting set up, then you can obviously skip these steps. This isn't for you. So if you want to use a domain name that is already existing, already has hosting and has your blog or whatever, you can. So just bear with us whilst we go through for people who don't have that yet. So here under name servers, you see that I've pointed them at my hosting. In this case I'm using viralhosts.com. So you'll just click set name servers, and you would add whatever name servers your hosting company gave you. Now if you don't yet have hosting, what I want to introduce you to is I want to introduce you to viralhosts.com. It's another site that Frank and I run, and it will allow you to basically get cPanel hosting. Okay, so what we want to do here is I'm just going to log into my account. Now you might need to upgrade in order to add your own domain name into ViralHosts. So you could do that, or you can get any other hosting like HostGator, for example. This is if you don't already have hosting. So now we're going to keep following through on the ViralHosts example, because first step one was I pointed the name servers to ViralHost, and you can see it outlines it here as step one. And step two, we want to set up our domain. So we're going to click set up domain, and I'm going to add another domain. Now obviously if you already have hosting, as I said before, you don't need to do this. So what we're going to do here is we're going to add the domain name ColinClinker.mobi. There we go. And I click continue, and now it's going to set this up for us. Remember, you only need to do this if you want to use ViralHosts, and if you don't already have hosting. So now what we're going to do, if you do have hosting, we're going to go back to, you're now going to be in line with us, so you've caught up. So we're going to go to cPanel. Okay, now once you're inside your cPanel, whichever hosting company you choose, what you want to do is the first thing we need to do is we need to set the MX entry. So under Mail, you'll see here that it says Mail. You want to find MX entry, and you click this. And now, okay, so then from the drop-down menu, we want to select ColinClinkert.mobi, and we leave automatically detect. Now it's as simple as this. What we want to do is we want to set it up as per the instructions. So you set this as a priority of 10, and the destination is mx.viralinbox.com, as it says on the instructions page on the previous page. So that's your destination, mx.viralinbox.com, with a priority of 10, add new record, and now it places it in there for us. Now you see we have 2, so what we want to do is we want to delete this MX record here, and then we click delete, and now we only have the 1 MX record. So that is step 1 out of the 2 steps. So now you come up to the top and you click home. We want to go back to cPanel. And now once again under Mail, right next to MX entry, you'll see Email Authentication. So this is where we're going to authenticate to allow us to send from that email address. So what we want to do is from the Email Authentication page, you see here it says SPF. So you click Enable if it's not already enabled. Okay? And then we go back. Now you can see that this isn't what we want. It's not the right thing. So you scroll down, you leave all of these as they are because we've already set up the MX record. And under Include List Include, you're going to click Add because we want to add in our domain name here. So what you want to add in is you want to add spf.viralinbox.com. Okay, so spf.viralinbox.com because we're setting up the SPF here. We click OK. And then under All Entry, All, you want to tick this button here, and that's it. You're now set up. Those are the changes we want to make. So it's just you enter in spf.viralinbox.com, you tick all, and update. Now it's going to tell us that it's been updated to this here. Okay, so then we can return back to where we were before, and you saw that it wanted us to set it an MX record on ColinClinkert.mobi with the priority of 10, entering in mx.viralinbox.com. Done, we did that. Then we went to the SPF, and it wants us to enter in a record to include SPF .viralinbox.com/all. So we included that, we ticked the all button, and we hit save. So now we're going to check domain and DNS records again for our domain name. So you click this button again. Now it's going to go and it's going to check to make sure those are set up. And then it's going to load this page. That means it's done, so now I've added my second domain name in there, which is wonderful, okay? So now I want to click Your Emails. So this is the second thing we need to do. So add a new email. Click here to add a new email. So firstly we added the domain, now we need to add the email. And the email username is the same as the username that you signed up to Viral Inbox with. So for me, it's CK, and then I want to select from my drop-down menu, I want to select at ColinClinkert.mobi. Congratulations, that email address is available. Okay, so you're adding the same username. There we go. So now it's been done. Now I can quite simply close this window. So now we've set that up, we want to test. So what we're going to do is let's just go to a splash page. In this example, I'm just going to use SocialMonkey. It's a nice, quick and easy form to fill in. So I'm just going to enter in my details here. But now this is where it gets interesting. So I'm just going to give it a folder name. So SM stands for SocialMonkey. So sm.test at, now here's the interesting part, ColinClinkert.mobi. So you see that I'm using the domain name I've added. So now I have my own domain name. Let's see if it works. We just put in a password and we click Submit Form. Now it's telling us that it's just busy submitting that information. And now it tells us that we need to go and complete our registration for, and the email will come from activation@SocialMonkey. So now we go back to our email client. And we just click refresh. And here we can see it already. You see, sm.test. So it's under the pending folders, which is exactly what we wanted. And when I hover over it, well, you don't see it there, so let me just confirm one of them. Let's confirm this account. And when we have a quick look at it, we'll see that it was sent to ck.sm.test@colinklinker.mobi. So now we can see that we received them in the boxes. That works perfectly as we wanted to. So now let's send a new message. And in the drop-down box, you see it's saying ck.sm.test@colinklinker.name. Well, we want to use the .mobi version. So you can see that there's a nice big long list of them all here. So you choose ck.sm.test@colinklinker.mobi as the email address they're going to get it from, and I'm just going to mail myself in one of my accounts. So I'm just going to send it to this account. We're just going to see if the email goes. So now we click send now, and it says the email has been successfully sent. So now what we're going to do is we're going to head over to my Gmail account and we're going to see the email. So there it is in my Gmail account from Colin Clinker testing this. So it arrived nicely and it all works. So now we're sending from our own email address, and that's how simple it is. So let's quickly recap what we did. You go to settings, you add your domain name, and then you have two steps to complete. The first is adding the MX records, and the second is adding the SPF records. I've shown you exactly where to do that in cPanel, exactly how to do it. You then click update, you come back to Viral Inbox, you click test it again, it will load. You then add your email address using the same username as what you signed up with, and you're all good to go. That's exactly how you do it. Thank you very much for your time.